this flash challenge, you must create a massive but legible design using a very tiny medium, push pins. And today, you must work in teams of 2. Now, you're looking at over 500,000 Westcott push pins. You and your teammate must place each push pin into a 6-foot by 4-foot corkboard, one by one. From afar, the pins must blend together to create a legible, large-scale work of art.
It's gonna take so many push pins to make something legible from across the room. This is gonna be a tough day.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up. All right, guys, time to critique your work. Jimmy and Megan Jean.
Perfect cabbage rows, really strong lettering, and really, really strong pin saturation. It's a slam dunk, and it is completely legible.
Sausage and Jesse.
A million problems in that thing. It's got no arms. You're missing a spine, then you're missing an ear.
Oh, yes, we are.
You could have worked smarter and put a bigger head and not have to worry about doing as much of the body. But as far as being a well-drawn dragon, it is not.
Christian and Clean. One of the things that makes your design most legible is the use of this board.
Stands out very clear, very legible. You've got a lot of fine detail.
The white highlights in the lips, the highlights that you have inside the earrings and the hoops, the balance of the red paisley to the red lips. It has a really nice flow, and it's strong.
Maddie and Anthony.
The background and the building had a lot of the same tone because there's a lot of the same amount of corkboard showing through. A little more contrast could have gone a long way.
It was a time thing. You know, you have an idea going in, and once you really start getting in with the pins, it's a totally different story.
For your first flash challenge, you must create a sculpture that represents your shop out of a block of ice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Talk to me about your design.
Some love goes into all of our work that we do.
I like how recognizable it is right off the bat. There's some very small little veins and some of the ventricles up top that are nice, but the big veins down through the center, very smooth, very well done.
Unkindness art.
You created one large image that's incredibly readable with various textures. You guys put everything you had into creating a piece of art that's risky. To see what you're able to do with a tattoo machine is going to be exciting. I look forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
Thicker than blood.
This is a strong image, and it's powerful, and that's what we are at the shop.
Looks like it's a Hanya mask. The anatomy's a little bit off. There's no forehead, and it's all chin.
Artistic skin design.
You guys really put a lot of time into the beveling, and especially you took a lot of time or detail in the mouth to get that deep set-back mouth with the teeth. Valiant effort for a new medium.
Black anchor.
Everybody went pretty 3D, and y'all went totally flat.
Being the first challenge out of the gate, take the brakes off. You gotta go, man.
What better than a tattoo machine?
It's super clean and legible, but what's super impressive is how straight and precise you were able to make each line in this piece.
Thank you, thank you.
Allegory Arts, how does this identify your shop? It's clearly the logo, correct?
It is. It's also the state.
Of Alabama, which is where our shop is.
The creativity of using the shape of the state as the whole block, adding the tip and the top with the flowers poking out through it. The way you put the flower in the background by impressing it in so you see it from the front is very nice. The craftsmanship is very well done.
Thank you very much.
Classic trilogy tattoo.
We're pretty much like a big nerd shop. So like everything we do is just pop culture and fun.
It's a big, cool, fun image. You really got the shape of the ice to become what it is, and that really stands out, and it's bold and strong.
Tri-Cities tattoo.
I can definitely tell it's a fish, but it is a little bit hard to see exactly what's going on. Seems like there's a lot of ice that you just took away, and then a lot of ice that you didn't use.
Gotcha.
You must create a giant work of art step by step.
Oh, please, God, no.
Painting the front of each individual step, you must transform a disjointed staircase into a massive flowing design. You have 5 hours, and your time starts now.
All right, let's go, let's go.
Let's get it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time is up. All right, time to critique your work. Team Steve.
I like the color palette. I like the dark versus the light. All the blends look smooth and the stairs disappear into the image.
But it's a tattoo. Separate yourself, church and state, from art and tattooing.
Okay, Team DJ. I love the goose. Really nice detail in the head and neck.
On a technical side, you guys really show ingenuity, sponging to create the feathers in both the wing and in the body.
Great job, guys. All right, Team Anthony, what was the reason for painting some of the tops of the steps?
The top of the stairs wasn't defining the shadows, so we really wanted to make that pop.
I love these characters actually walking up this staircase.
These breaking rocks up at the top show light sources and cast these shadows, which you brought down on the stairs there, which I think is a really incredible effect.
Thank you.
For this flash challenge, you must create a masterpiece using only dominoes. Each team will have approximately 100,000 multicolored dominoes. It will take ingenuity to set off a chain reaction that will transform these dominoes into a work of art.
We're gonna look at it two ways. We're gonna look at them upright, then we're gonna look at them falling. That collective look will be how we score.
You have 6 hours, and your time starts now.
Let's go.
God, this is impossible.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Your time is up. It is now time to critique your work. Team Christian, you're up first. You guys ready to trigger these dominoes?
Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's well done on the design aspect of this challenge. I particularly like your use of the black for the outline around the orange and also to outline the whiskers.
Overall, it's pleasing to look at. The color in the eyes popping off the color in the flower. The green next to the orange looks really graphic. I think it looks great.
You're up next. Prepare to trigger.
It is unfortunate that you didn't have at least a few dominoes to trigger and fall over.
There's no denying that this is a killer-looking snake.
I like the dynamics of it, the shape of the snake, the way the lighter yellow comes off the top of the hood and comes around, has a nice flow. The belly gets a little thick in comparison to the vertebrae in the back. Otherwise, I think it's really a strong piece.
For this flash challenge, you must paint with fire. You and your teammate must work together to dip panels of wood into a blazing flame. The closer you hold your wood to the fire, the more saturated with black soot it becomes. When your 6 panels are put together, they must create one strong, cohesive masterpiece. And your time begins now.
This is gonna take forever.
3, 2, 1. That's it. Time is up. Cruzman and Duffy. I like the mandala design. I think it does read very symmetrical, very strong. You concentrated most of your burning in the center of these things, which I think was an advantage. There's certainly lighter areas and darker areas.
You did capture many different tones and many different levels of saturation. It's a good team effort.
Tyler and Katie.
From across the room, this one really stands out. Very vivid, very striking.
The contrast is what you guys are really playing off more than the saturation. If it was dark black moving to a lighter, it would really be a lot more pronounced.
Matt and Eric. It looks like something went askew there.
You grossly underestimated what you could do in the amount of time on this thing.
It seemed like it totally got away from you.
Guys, I gotta say, as far as saturation goes, I think this is pretty weak. Some of the dark areas are very sporadic and it's not an even field. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, you have some black spots that just come into the hand. Not very impressed by this take at all.
Dave and Marissa, I'm pretty impressed with the amount of different levels of saturation you were able to achieve.
What I really like about y'all's piece is the sky and the fact that it does graduate from dark down to light to the horizon.
Definitely some impressive areas on this.
Thank you.